Hi, today is Monday, the 11th of January, and this is the weekly recap. As you can see, I have put on the January position, and I've got no Greeks here. It doesn't really matter as such because this trade is on its way out. Last week, I simplified and reduced capital on the downside, and also moved a little CCS here from 3975 to 4000. I forfeited a little bit of profit, but I could actually close it anytime now for probably 590, 560, or I will just let it die on Thursday night, Friday morning to be exact. So on this trade, not much to say except closing it if I'm up to it. The total capital usage is pretty much maxed out, and as I mentioned on Slack, I've reduced the planned capital from 40K to 38K because I'm going to leave about 5% of my allocation for Euro, USD hedging using options. It's not exactly easy. I've done it for December successfully, but I find it pretty much tedious. So I need to find something that is easy to do. So on January, not much else to say. Let's move on to February. February is okay. I've kept a tiny bit of negative delta. I hope I'm going to get the right price in this one. At least I've got Greeks. So as you can see, I can make up to 770. That's almost 2%, which is generally my target for the month. I think we are about 230 at the moment, just waiting for prices to come. The CCS has been losing value, and last week I pushed it using a call butterfly. I pushed it to 4100. So this trade is quite safe actually. It's a matter of now adding a little bit of capital. I don't want to add too much this late in the trade. 39 is usually the end of the cruising altitude, and I need to keep some capital for March. So I may add another 2.5 to get to about 19,000, but I should really focus more on March now. So on this trade, yeah, as I said, I'm waiting for data to come. I don't know, I had data just now. One doesn't pull data correctly from IB. So the delta is about right, and profit is about 230. It has gone down a little bit because of the CCS playing up. That being said, I think the IV inversion or convexity on the upside is probably about 4,000. So of course, if the market would push up to 3,900, I may get into trouble on the CCS side. Not exactly trouble as you can see, but I would say a warning level, which would again entice me to push the CCS just to be very conservative. If I can get to maybe 900, that would be good because I generally scaled down my position near the end, and I would probably forfeit a little bit of profit potential like I did on January. So yes, maybe an iron condor to keep this type of shape would be good. Apart from that, nothing much else to say. I do expect a correction. So, as a matter of fact, maybe I would just put on the CCS side just to keep some good, maybe 3, 4, -3, -4 delta here, and also to spread my Vega. My Vega is okay. I mean, this trade is pretty safe. As you can see, if the market drops, my Vega exposure would actually be down to 77 all the way to 3600, 3650. So that's not too bad, and I would like to keep it that way. Now, lastly, the March trade, which I opened last week. Here I must be, I don't think I've got data either. Sorry about that. I think I'm about zero. I am not much in a hurry to really build up this trade. 67 days, I can probably do this up to 56. So I may add another broken butterfly. Depending on volatility, it's going to be another 125 slash 100. Or I could maybe, just to make sure I get a little bit of credit, I may go for, let's say, 2 of these. As I said, I do believe the correction, at least by the time this trade expires on the 19th of March. We've got the earnings season, and there will be recalibration after Biden is in charge. I don't think much will happen. The Democrats are talking about a late impeachment procedure. Basically, 1 week to go, and then we will have to wait for what is Biden's policy regarding China and all the rest. So yes, with earnings season coming, there will be more volatility and probably a pullback, and some actually even believe a correction. So maybe a deep correction is somewhere in the cards for sometime February. So much will be in full speed and could be very quite sensitive to this. At the moment, we don't see any imminent risk, but yes, February could be probably end of January or during the course of February, we could see something pretty much drastic. At the moment at 67, this trade is quite resilient on the downside. As you have seen, this is not a typical rhino entry. It's already very much on the bearish side, so it's okay. And if the market would drop, and in particular if the T+0 sinks, I would probably either roll back or at least scale in on the downside, maybe putting the shorts around here. Over the next 2 to 3 weeks, it will also be a matter of starting spreading Vega risk, so I will probably put call credit spread somewhere up here. So I would say that I am not so much in a hurry to pull back and up along and trade this more RTT style, because I believe the market is probably close to a top. Anyway, that is it for now. I think this week will be relatively easy. It will be a matter of peeling off January or closing it, and maybe some very much risk neutral adjustments on February, March, maybe I'm Condo or in CCS. But I expect February to be pretty much a roller coaster month. So caution is to be exercised. Okay, thank you for watching, and I'll be later on Slack for those who follow me there with trading notes and 2 market outlooks. Thank you for watching, and bye for now.